Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about self-love. Loving yourself is the most romantic thing in this entire world. And when you truly love yourself, all the problems that you are having will be resolved. And I'm not talking about shallow definitions of self-love that only focus on physical appearance or, professional achievement. I'm talking about a deep and dedicating love that you give yourself when you care for yourself inside out, from your physical health to your mental health to your appearance. When you spend time knowing yourself, learning about yourself, healing yourself, and discovering what you truly want for yourself and for your life, when you stay committed to your goals and create the best life for yourself, it's like the whole package. It is the kind of self-love that we are going to talk about in today's video. The first thing I want to tell you is something that I learned the hard way. I wish I had known it sooner. So please listen, because this is going to save you from so much pain and heartbreak. Tell yourself what you're dying to hear. Whatever you expect others to say to you, say it to yourself first. Be the first one to tell you what you want to hear. Why did I say that this will save you from so much pain and heartbreak? You see, if you don't give yourself what you need, when someone comes and gives it to you, you're gonna cling to them and be attached so quickly. And attachment is the root of all suffering. Especially my girls, if you're watching, please take this seriously, because we often fall for a man's words so easily. And if for your entire life you've never been told that you are beautiful, that you are worthy, you are special, you are loved, you are chosen, then when a man comes and says these things to you, you're gonna believe in him and think that he is offering you something so hard to find, when in reality he can be lying to get what he wants. Even when other people are sincere with their words, you should still be the first one to tell you what you need to hear. This is a foundation that you need to build within yourself, so you won't have to seek validation and approval from anyone, so you won't be emotionally dependent on anyone, so you won't fall for anyone's words until they actually take action to prove their words to you. So every day I want you to look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself everything that you expect others to tell you. For example, if you are making so much effort in your studying, but you feel like your parents and your teachers are not giving you the credit that you deserve, you give it to yourself first. You look at yourself in the mirror and you say, "You are doing amazing. I am so proud of you, and I see all of your effort." If you are trying really hard at work, but you feel like your boss is not giving you any compliments that you think you deserve, you tell yourself those compliments first. If you want a romantic partner who can tell you that you are the most beautiful, the most amazing, the sweetest human being, you go and you tell yourself these things first. You look at yourself in the mirror, go and find a mirror. You need to look at yourself while you are saying these things. And you say, "I am beautiful. I am stunning. I love myself. I am the biggest love of my life. I value myself. I cherish myself. I choose myself." And see how you feel when you are saying these things to yourself. See how you feel when you hear these things coming out from your mouth. I promise you, when you can do this, you will be healed. Your inner child will be healed, because the reason why you're yearning for these words of validation and reassurance is because no one has ever said these things to you since you were a child. But when you can say these things to yourself, your inner child feels so safe and seen and heard and understood. And also when you do this, you will have a very stable, secure, and limitless source of love and recognition that you can always tap into, because it's literally within you. It's self-sufficient, So when someone comes and says these things to you, you don't have to latch onto them and think that they are offering you something that you cannot find anywhere, because literally you can always find it within you. You will be like, "Okay, I am already saying these words to myself. I am already making myself feel loved and seen. So what's new? What else are you offering me?" You won't be needy, you won't be desperate for anyone, and most importantly, you won't be too attached to anyone too quickly. I swear this will save your mental health and your heart. Okay guys, the next point that I want to talk about is, although telling yourself what you need to hear is very important, you also need to be the first one to prove your words. It doesn't matter how many times you say "I love you" to yourself. If your thoughts, beliefs, and actions do not align with your words, then you are just lying to yourself. If you love yourself, first of all, You accept yourself for who you are today with all the imperfections and shortcomings and flaws. You accept all the mistakes that you made in the past and forgive yourself. And then, secondly, you work towards the upgradation of yourself. Yes, self-acceptance does not mean self-indulgence. You accept yourself and then you make consistent efforts to better yourself every day. That's self-love. It can start from your physical health and mental health because these two will influence almost all aspects of your life. You know what? These two will influence all aspects of your life, actually, not almost. And then you can expand to other areas like your physical appearance, your self-concept, your self-image, your thoughts, your beliefs, and things like that. You cannot say you love yourself and then you pay zero attention to what you're eating every day. You cannot say that you love yourself and then you spend the whole day sitting around watching meaningless content on social media that is not adding any value to you and wasting your precious time. You cannot say you love yourself and then you let yourself look like a homeless person all the time. You cannot say you love yourself and then just see yourself fall deeper and deeper into anxiety and depression without doing anything to save yourself. And you cannot say you love yourself when you let all of your limiting beliefs and fears stop you from creating the best life that you deserve. It does not make any sense. When you love someone, you want the best for them. Why don't you want the same thing for yourself? The more effort you make towards yourself, the more loved you are going to feel, and your confidence will just naturally increase, even when you're not perfect yet. So confidence is not something that we are born with. Confidence is proportional to the effort that we make to better ourselves every day and do the things that might scare us, but deep down we know are right for us. Before, when I didn't care much about my diet and working out, I was very insecure about my body, and I felt like there were certain types of clothes that I liked but couldn't wear because I didn't look good in them. But then when I started having a healthier diet and, working out every day, I feel so much more confident in my body and I can wear any type of clothes I like now, even when I do not have a perfect body yet, but, my efforts just naturally boosted my self-confidence. If there is something that you feel insecure about your appearance or your skill or your knowledge, improve it. Invest in it. You will never lose anything when you invest in yourself. You will only gain more and more and more. Another super romantic and sweet thing about self-love is that when you love yourself, you choose peace for yourself every day, and you prioritize your mental well-being. This is something that not a lot of people talk about, but I think it is the strongest, deepest expression of self-love. It's like a whole different level of self-love, It's so much easier and simpler to work on your appearance, for example, go to the gym, eat healthy food, buy new clothes, change your style, but it's so much harder to protect your inner peace and nurture your mind with positive thoughts. It's real work. It requires so much self-awareness, self-discipline, determination, self-respect, and self-love. When you love yourself, you help yourself heal. If you have traumas or deep emotional wounds, don't just let them sit in your subconscious mind and govern your life and limit yourself. If you need to, find a therapist or at least journal. Get to know yourself. Recognize all the toxic, limiting, self-sabotaging thinking patterns that you are having in your mind, because what's going on here will be what's going on in your physical reality. It's a mirror. It's the same thing. If you have deep-rooted beliefs that you are unworthy of love, you won't be able to attract healthy love. If you have deep-rooted beliefs that you cannot earn a lot of money and you cannot have a financially abundant life, no matter how hard you work, you won't be able to achieve that life. And really ask yourself, why do you have these beliefs? Are they really yours? Or were they imposed on you? Have you internalized them? Where did they come from? Did they come from your parents? Did they come from your childhood? Or did they come from a specific event in the past? When you ask yourself these questions, you can separate yourself from all the negative thoughts and beliefs and reclaim your power to allow what's entering your mind and eliminate what's no longer serving you. It's like when you are, it's quite similar when you are doing skin detox and body detox. You also need to do mind detox. And you know what? You need to do life detox too, which is you need to walk away from people and situations that are sabotaging you, that are damaging your mental health, that are making you feel this small You need to walk away from those situations, and you need to learn to say no and set your boundaries. Loving yourself also means that you choose a lens to see the world that make you feel at peace. It means whatever is happening right now, you always choose a way of responding or interpreting the situation that protects your mental well-being. This is something that no one can do for you. Not your parents, not your friends, not your partner. Only you can help yourself find inner peace. Isn't that the sweetest thing ever? Instead of letting yourself fall into an endless loop of overthinking, anxiety, worry, you recognize that pattern and you save yourself by redirecting your attention to what's going well and creating happiness for yourself regardless of what's happening. You should do this because you are your sweetheart. You are the love of your life. You are your most precious human being. Why do you want to hurt yourself? Why do you want to make yourself suffer? Why do you want to add more to your emotional wound and stress? You don't want to. You want to treat yourself with so much tenderness because that's what self-love is. It's this perfect combination of discipline, accountability, acceptance, and compassion. And I honestly think that is the most romantic thing ever. More romantic than any relationship that you'll have with any other human being. Because you are always with you. You are always by your side. And you will never give up on you. Okay, that's everything I want to share in today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to love yourself and treat yourself well always. And all the people will benefit from the love that you are giving to yourself because the way you love yourself is the way you love others. I'll see you again soon in my next video. Bye bye!